evening and welcome to our show, Going Public. I'm Renee Bosica, and joining us tonight are the 2025 Terrebonne Parish Principals of the Year. We have Therese LeBlanc, the Elementary Principal of the Year from Village East Elementary, Juliette Gautreau, the Middle School Principal of the Year, and Cassana Moses from H.L. Bourgeois, the High School Principal of the Year. Joining us in studio tonight are Therese LeBlanc from Village East Elementary and Cassana Moses from H.L. Bourgeois High School. Unable to join us tonight was Juliette Gautreau, the Middle School Principal of the Year from LaCache Middle School. She did submit the following statement. When I learned that I had been selected as the Middle School Principal of the Year, I was humbled. This was an honor that I certainly did not earn on my own. With that, I would like to recognize our administrative team, Valerie Hebert and Jill Parfait. Their support is instrumental in the everyday successes at LaCache Middle. The LaCache teaching staff deserves accolades as well. Their efforts should not go unrecognized. I would like to thank our support staff for their daily efforts, especially during our move. Our school secretary, the health aide, school food service workers, our building manager, and our custodians strive daily to meet all of the school's non-educational needs. I'd also like to thank all of the central office support staff for their guidance and support. I would like to thank the LaCache student body for their willingness to come to school day after day and work as hard as they work. The students of LaCache take their roles as students seriously. I believe that this is an admirable work ethic, and I thank our students. Lastly, I would like to thank our parent liaison, our PTC members, our parent volunteers who show up time and again to support our students and teachers, and all of our families for their support of our students and our school. I believe that we are growing as a school and will continue to strive to achieve our school's mission. LaCache Middle School is committed to ensuring that 100% of our students grow academically through a guaranteed and viable curriculum taught to 100% of the students at every level and every grade. It is our mission to assure that students are on or above grade level and enter high school with the skills, knowledge, and preparation to be ready for college or a career. We would like to congratulate Juliette Gautreau on earning the title of the Middle School Principal of the Year. Joining us in studio, as mentioned, we have Ms. Therese LeBlanc from Village East Elementary. What made you become an educator?
So my dad is actually an educator, so I think maybe I was just born to be in this profession. I did not start out in education after college. I did a few things before that, but there was always a calling to become a teacher and get into the education profession. So I think sometimes you're just born with the passion and you have to go with it.
And how long have you been in education?
This is my 26th year with Terrebonne Parish School District.
So it's been a good while.
It's been a good while.
What do you feel is the key to student achievement?
Oh, there's so many factors with that, but I think a great part of it is the relationships that the teachers build with the students and the trust that they form that allows them to work well together. So I think student achievement is the teachers giving them what they need and the students being receptive to learning, and then all the work that the teachers do to provide individualized instruction to close gaps in learning.
And what has been some of the biggest rewards as an educator?
I think on a personal level, one of the things I love the most is running into students later on in life. My teaching career was at Houma Junior High, so those students are now in their mid-30s, and I love running into my former students to find out what they're doing, to hear about their successes and their families. So I think something we walk away with as educators is really getting to know people, and those people stay in your life and they stay on your mind forever.
And you are currently at Village East. What are some of the strengths of your school currently?
I think the strengths of our school, there's so many, but I think what we've developed is a strong faculty and staff. We have worked with students who are passionate about learning, and we've got quite a diverse environment, but we've been able to put it all together so that we are one big family working towards success.
And how do you connect with your students on a day-to-day basis?
I think way we connect, or the way I guess I connect, would be just to be visible and available. We greet the students every morning. The students know that if they have an issue or they need to talk to one of us, they can just walk up to us and let us know. I think we've created an atmosphere that allows for them to feel safe enough to share whatever they need to share.
And if we have teachers that are coming into administration, what advice would you give to them?
I think the first thing they need to do is remember that students come first, no matter what. You know, you're supporting your teachers and you're supporting what family needs, but your first priority is always what's in the best interest of students.
And what are your future plans? Do you do you plan to continue being an administrator, or do you plan to move up someday?
I think being an administrator is what I was set out to be.
Good. Well, I want to thank you for joining us. Also with us, we have Ms. Kasana Moses, the Terrebonne Parish High School Principal of the Year. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
What inspired you to pursue a career in educational leadership?
So for me, I decided to go into educational leadership because of some coworkers. So I had already received a master's degree in education in curriculum and instruction. And at the time, I did not have a desire to go into leadership, but those coworkers wanted to go back to get their master's. And so they kind of coerced me into going. And I went back to school. I was able to receive my educational leadership degree, and later I pursued an assistant principal position as well as a principal job. I think it's interesting to say that those two ladies who convinced me, one retired without going into leadership and the other actually changed into a special educational department position. So they kind of coerced me and then left me.
And then left you. This is your second year at H.L. Bourgeois, having moved from the elementary setting. How has this transition been for you?
So transitioning from the elementary role into high school has been very adventurous. It is interesting, but I enjoy it. So for me, I get to see at this level the end of the process. So as an elementary principal, our goal is to focus on getting students prepared to go through K through 8 and making sure that they have the skills that they need in order to be successful. On the high school level, our focus is now getting them prepared for either college or career. So I get to see all of the things that we're putting into place to help them to make sure that they're prepared to go into the workforce or to choose their next step as far as what college they want to attend.
So it's definitely a difference for you.
Oh, yes, it's definitely. The students are more vocal. They have free range. They email me all the time. So I've gone from having parents contact me about concerns and needs that they have to students reaching out. And so they're vocal and they're advocating for themselves. And so that's a big difference.
Definitely. How would you describe your leadership style?
My leadership style is one who focuses on relationships. I believe that people matter, and so I try to start there first, making sure that the students know who I am, making sure that we have the positive relationships with teachers as well so that we can understand their needs, and then taking that into consideration while keeping students first, as Ms. LeBlanc said. It's important to make sure that our students are our number one priority. So making adjustments in classrooms, making sure that we're there to be supportive. I'm visible in PLCs. I'm working with teachers when they are making plans for instruction, looking at data, analyzing it, just being a supportive role and having those relationships in order to be able to encourage success.
And how do you approach fostering a positive and inclusive school environment that promotes student success?
So by fostering that positive culture, again, it goes back to relationships. And so I make sure that I'm listening to students and teachers. We have an open door policy, so the students and teachers feel free to come in and share any needs that they have. This year in particular, I had a group of students who shared with me that they wanted to change the electives that they're taking. And so when looking at the pathways that they have to choose, we looked at some of the things that they're interested in. So we are making adjustments to our curriculum to benefit students. And I think that leads to a positive culture because the students know that you're there for them and that you're willing to advocate for them on their behalf.
And what do you consider to be special about H.L. Bourgeois High School?
HL is a special place. The people there want to be there. And so what I've realized is that we have teachers who've been at HL for 10 or more years. They are invested in the school. They want to see the success of the school. We have graduates who come back. I have a teacher who tells me all the time, I was gone for 4 years. I was a high school student here. I left to go to college. I came back and I've taught, and I'm staying here. And so they want to see the school be successful. They want to make sure that what we're doing is leading to maintaining an A school status.
And I know, like many other schools in the district, HL Bourgeois did face some damage with Hurricane Ida. How are you fostering the environment to make sure that learning is still occurring while those repairs are taking place?
So we are meeting every other week with the contractors just to stay abreast of the changes that they're doing. And so if we have to make adjustments to teacher assignments, or if we're having to reroute students, we're making sure that what is occurring does not affect the actual teaching and learning. And so I try to keep teachers informed. Often after I have those meetings, I email the teachers just to let them know what changes need to occur, if we need to adjust room assignments, or if we need to reroute students so that they can be prepared in order to have a successful school day and make sure that we're not interrupting
And
the
one
learning
last,
environment.
sorry.
That's okay.
One last question. What advice would you give to any new teacher trying to get into administration?
I would piggyback off of what Ms. LeBlanc says, making sure that you are putting people first, building those relationships, but keeping the students the main focus so that they are, at the end of the day, they are the number one priority while you're in the building.
Well, I want to thank you both for joining us. Congratulations once again, and good luck at the next level.
Thank you.
I would like to thank you, our viewers, for watching. Don't forget to join us every week on Going Public. Good night.